Let's begin by reading that first expression. 4/10 times 10. Go ahead and use digits to show the number 4/10 at the top of your place value chart. We can also think of this as 4/10 times 10 equals 40/10, which is the same as 4 ones. Let's show this on our place value chart using an arrow. 4/10 times 10 equals 4 ones. We can see that 4/10 is 1/10 as large as 4 ones. And 4 ones is 10 times larger than 4/10. Let's read that next expression. 4/100 times 100. And let's get 4/100 down in our place value chart. This time, we're multiplying 4/100 times 100, which is different than multiplying it by 10. How do you think the value of this digit will change after we multiply it by 100? Hopefully you were thinking, well, it's going to be 100 times larger. When we multiplied 4/10 times 10, we shifted 1 time to the larger units. When we multiply by 100, we're going to shift 2 times, because 100 is essentially 10 times 10. 10 times 10. Let's show that using arrows on our place value chart. 4/100 times 100 equals 4 ones. Let's read that last expression. 4/1000 times 1,000. And let's get 4,000 down on our place value chart. This time, we're multiplying 4,000 times 1,000. How do you think the value of this digit will change after we multiply it by 1,000? Well, the digit will become 1,000 times larger. Notice we shifted 1 time to the larger units when we multiplied by 10, 2 times to the larger units when we multiplied by 100, and when multiplying by 1,000, we'll shift 3 times to the larger unit, because 1,000 is essentially 10 times 10 times 10. 4,000 times 1,000 equals 4 ones. Go ahead and clear your board, and let's move into our next problem. Let's begin by reading that first expression, 6 divided by 10. And let's get 6 down in our place value chart. This time, we're dividing it by 10. How do you think the value of this 6 is going to change if we divide it by 10? Hopefully you were thinking, well, the value is going to get smaller. And it is. Let's show this using an arrow on our place value chart. 6 divided by 10 equals 6/10. So we can see that 6/10 is 1/10 as large as 6 ones, and 6 ones is 10 times larger than 6/10. Let's read that next expression. 6 divided by 100. Let's go ahead and get 6 down in the place value chart. This time, we're dividing 6 by 100. How do you think the value of this digit is going to change after it's divided by 100? the value will again be smaller. In our first example, 6 divided by 10, we shifted 1 time to the smaller units. This time, when we divide by 100, we'll shift 2 times to the smaller unit to show 6 divided by 10 divided by 10. 6 divided by 100 equals 6/100. Let's read that final expression. 6 divided by 1,000. And let's go ahead and get 6 down in our place value chart. This time, we're dividing 6 by 1,000. And once again, the value of the 6 is going to change. It's going to be smaller after it's divided by 1,000. And in our first example, we shifted 1 time to the smaller units when dividing by 10. We shifted the digit 2 times to the smaller units when divided by 100. So when dividing by 1,000, we'll shift the digit 6 3 times to the smaller unit to show 6 divided by 10 divided by 10 divided by 10, or 6 divided by 1,000. Let's show that. 6 divided by 1,000 equals 6/1,000. Go ahead and clear your board, and let's move into our next problem, where I'll have you try some and we'll check together.
All right, your turn. 2 43/100. Now we have a whole number 2 and a decimal number 43/100. And I'm going to multiply it by 10. Then I want you to try it by 100 and then by 1,000. Pause the video and give it a try. Okay, once you've worked them, I want you to double check and see how you're doing. If you look at mine, it says we have 2 43/100 times 10. Everything got shifted, and we end up with 24 3/10. If you look at the bottom here, we had 2 43/100. And now we're going to do that times 100. So everything got shifted, not once, but 2 times. So we have an answer of, or product of, 243. Then we had to do it by 1,000. This is a little different. We're still going to move it 1, 2, 3 places. But this time, we have an empty spot right here. What has to go there? What is our holder for nothing in that place value? You got it. It is a 0. So 2 43/100 times 1,000 equals 2,430.
Let's begin by reading that first expression, 745 divided by 10. And let's get 745 into our place value chart. Now in this problem, we're dividing by 10, which means the value of each digit will be 1/10 as large as it was before you divided. In our previous examples, when we divided by 10, which direction did we shift in the place value chart? We shifted to the right, towards our smaller units. When we divided by 10, we shifted 1 time to the right or to the smaller units. When we divided by 100, we shifted 2 times. And finally, when we divide by 1,000, we shift our digits 3 times to the smaller units. Go ahead and pause the video and solve the 3 problems on the screen, and then come back to check. Welcome back. Take a moment to check your answers using the work you see on the screen. Pause the video if you need to. Let's have a look at how one of the digits changed each time we divided. Let's look at 4 tens. 4 tens, when divided by 10, was 4 ones. So 4 ones is 1/10 as large as 4 tens. And 4 tens is 10 times larger than 4 ones. Excellent job today, my friends.